Huh? Wait, which one are you on? Yeah, that's not right. Yeah, sure. Okay, so we can start with the beginning. 1231 here. A. So you have in parentheses x plus 4, and then another parenthesis x minus 4. And when you have like both sides are the same, like the insides are the same, but one is plus, one is minus, this is called like the difference in squares. And then an easy way to do that is you just need to take the first part squared minus the second part squared. So for this, it would be x squared minus 4 squared, and 4 squared is 16, so just do x squared minus 16, and that's your answer. Is that clear? Because no? Okay, well, let's do the other one then. So here we have b x in parenthesis minus 7, or x minus 7 in parenthesis, x plus 7 in parenthesis. So it's the same thing here. They're reversed, but it doesn't matter because you're still multiplying them together, so it's the same thing. So x, the first part squared minus the second part squared, and 7 squared is 49, so the answer is x squared minus 49. Yeah. Okay, let's do a little more difficult. The next one here, 1232a, you have in parenthesis 3x2, and then in parenthesis 3x minus 2. So it's the same thing. Just do the first part squared minus the second part squared. So we have 3x squared, and we'll put a parenthesis around it. You see here? Because you want to square both the 3 and the x, so both of them, so that's why we put a parenthesis. And then of course minus 2 squared, and 2 squared is 4, so minus 4, and 3x squared is 9, because 3 squared is 9, x squared is x squared. So 9x squared minus 4, and that's the answer to that one. Here they're trying to throw you a curveball with the B question. So here it's 5x minus y in parentheses, and 5x plus y, but it's the same thing as all of the other ones. So just do the first part squared, so 5x in parenthesis squared minus y squared, and we just figured that one out, and 5 squared is 25, x squared minus y squared, and that's the answer. Yeah. In the next one, they're trying to curveball you again, but here it's important to just know that anytime you're doing like a positive number plus a positive number, you can switch those around. So even though it says 9 plus x, you can change that to x plus 9 because it's the same number. You can't do that with the negative ones because you get different number. For example, if we think here it's x minus 9, if x is 1, 1 minus 9 is minus 8, but then if you switch them around, 9 minus 1 is 8. So it's like different values. However, if we think of the one here, 9 plus 1, that's 10. 1 plus 9, that's also 10. So that's why you can switch those two. So let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 3a. In parentheses, 9 plus x. In parentheses, x minus 9. So here you can switch the x, so you get x plus 9 in parentheses, and then x minus 9, and then we're back to like the like the previous questions with the difference in squares. So it's just the same, x2 minus 9 squared. And 9 squared is 81, so the answer is x2 minus 81. Yeah, it's not so difficult. Same thing here. They're just throwing you a curveball. I kept holding onto the headphones, but I guess I'm not gonna be using those anymore. But yeah, let's go to B. So here, 3x plus 5y in parentheses, and then in parentheses 5y minus 3x. So here, same thing, you can switch those around, so you get 5y plus 3x in parentheses and 5y minus 3x in parentheses. And then we have the same thing here, so it's just in parentheses 5y squared minus in parentheses 3x squared, which is 25y minus 9x. So here's a different one actually. Here you're gonna have to do it the same way as before you started with these ones. So it's just like recap. So x plus 5 squared. So then you break it out. X plus 5, and then x plus 5, both are in parentheses, and you get, actually you can use the like the square, double the product and square. So you do x squared and then double the product, which is 10x. So plus 20x, and then square the second part, plus 5 squared, so you get 25. So the answer here would be x squared plus 20x plus 25. Okay, another one. Yeah, okay, here. 3x minus 4, both squared. And here, the product will always be negative, but the squares will always be positive, of course. So you have 3x in parentheses squared minus the double product, which is 12, 24, 48x, and then plus 4 squared, which is 16, and 3 x squared is 9x2. So the answer is 9x squared minus 48x plus 16. Okay. Okay, let's jump to the more difficult ones, I guess. I mean, if you can figure this one out, then you should be able to figure out everything, so I can get back to my stuff. Okay, so let's jump forward to 1237, and we have x plus 9 in parentheses, and then x minus 9 in parentheses, then plus x minus 6 in parentheses squared, and then plus 3x plus 2 in parentheses squared. So for the first two here, it's just the same thing. It's the difference between the two. So just do x squared minus 9 squared plus, here we have the difference, or the one we just did with the squared double product squared. So just do x squared minus, since it's a minus there, double product 6x, 6x, 12x, 24x plus, since it's squared, the 6, so 6 squared, and then plus, and we do the same thing here, so in parentheses 3x squared plus, since it's a plus, double the product, which is 6, 12, 24x, and then plus 2 squared. So here we get x squared minus 9 squared, which is 81, plus x squared minus 24x plus 6 squared, which is 36, plus 3x squared, which is 9x squared, plus 24x plus 2 squared, which is 4. And if we just simplify that, we can see here. So it's x2, 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 11x2 minus 81 plus 36 plus 24, which is 40, 60, 64, so 81 minus 64 is, or minus 81 plus 64 is let's see, 3, 7, so 77, which is minus 17, and then we have minus 24x plus 24x, which cancel each other out. So the final result is 11x2 minus 17. Was that what you got? Cool. Then I guess you don't need my help anymore. I get back to mine.